Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's Measy, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, we're still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more, or click the URL in the video description below. Lastly, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have EV maker Rivian to debut a limited edition called the Dune. Ooh. Hopefully they'll boast of their profits, and again, not financial advice, but their stock is still, well, disappointing to say the least. Good thing Saudi Arabia is a big investor and they don't want it to die. Now, I want to say, well, what would be of greater value? A McDonald's meal or a share of Rivian? I say that because it's about the same price point. Things are pretty rough. In the past 5 years, the stock has dropped 89.45%. Granted, by the time the video is rendered and uploaded, it'll change because that's what the stock market does. But yeah, not looking good, Rivian. Past years, down 13% year to date. Oh, went up by 2.89%. 6 months, about 3% increase. But yeah, let's just say, what was their IPO? Almost $129.95 per share. Yeah, things aren't looking great. Still losing about $38,000 per vehicle. But maybe this will be better. Maybe. Now, the good news is, fancy limited editions. I say that obviously being sarcastic because that's everything in the world. Everything is limited, technically speaking. And the most hilarious thing is when Toyota has their limited editions as a trim level. Yes, it is limited by the number of units it can sell. That's pretty much the only limitation for that. And with this, but as crazy as it sounds, people might buy it because they hear the word limited. They think, ooh, maybe it'll be worth more in the future. It won't. Now, this comes to us thanks to a writer at Electric, specifically Jamison, and they say, quote, Rivian announces a new off-road focused California Dune Edition, R1. Ooh, a Dune Edition with extra big tires, hopefully. Maybe even fancier seats, perhaps. Now, they say, quote, Rivian has announced a new California Dune Edition version of its new tri-motor R1 in a special color and with listed options focused on off-road performance. I mean, it is California, which is becoming almost like a Mad Max place with all the crime over there. They should probably make it bullet resistant. That'd probably be a more value add if you were to drive this in San Francisco, for example. Now, they say, quote, Rivian announced a new California Dune Edition version, and they note that it'll look something like this, which looks, what is it? The paint is a little creamier. It looks like a Toyota. It looks like the cream truck colors that they have at Toyota, which we'll see. Now, they say it'll be available in limited numbers, of course. Now, it says not only as new exterior and interior colors, but Rivian says they're, quote, inspired by mesmerizing landscapes of California desert dunes, which if it's really inspired by California, half the truck will be burnt, well, partially because of the ineptitudes of the poor planning around the fire, but also because of the increased exponential amount of crime. Also, probably be missing a couple headlights because people would steal those and rims, but I partially digress. They say it also includes a whole different set focused on off-road and less flashiness and luxury. They see it in service of this towards off-roading. The California Dune Edition drops Rivian's new Ascend interior, otherwise included in the tri-motor R1s. It's far more rugged, less luxe, that's a word, adventure interior. So miss out on the new Ascend features like passenger lumbar adjustment, electrochromatic roof, and so on, which they did it. They found a way to make the interior look more bland and boring than usual. And the brilliance is that they'll actually charge more for this, which, yeah, I was going to say it's good business. People will buy this probably. Let's see what the price point is, though. Let's see. It'll have, in exchange for this, you'll have a number of features, including a dark out package, fancy, all-terrain package, sound and vision package. Okay. Power Tanto cover, one pair of dark cargo crossbars, matrix recovery boards, and Matrax recovery mount. All right, some cardboard. Kidding, I know it's off-roading stuff. There you see some up close to the new rim design. Ooh, that's fancy. While the new Rivian R1 is already no slouch when it comes to off-road performance, there are some improvements that had to be made, as is the case most vehicles you buy off the lot. Grammar be damned. Let's see here. It also includes a third-party accessory, the Matrix recovery boards, mounted to the included roof cargo rack. These recovery boards are used to help get car out when it's stuck in the sands. Oh, that's fancy. You can't get those on Amazon.com, I bet. There you can see the picture of them mounted to the roof of the truck. Which... It looks fancy. Woo, look at that. Got some sand being thrown into the air. Oh, you get the most comical part. All this comes at the same base price as regular R1 tri-motor, $99,900 for the RT1, and $105,900 for the R1S before the extortion tax. I think Texas registration is 6.25%, something like that. Jeez Louise. What a ripoff. They say the California Dune Edition is available at Rivian.com. Oh boy. And will be displayed live at some event in Austin, Texas from March 7th to 5th at Rivian's Electric Roadhouse. And here's some more up-close pictures of the vehicle. How are they not charging? I still can't believe they're not charging more than the base price. This is F- for a business model. It's supposed to be to bolster profits. Because again, people will pay more for this crap. Every automotive company does it. I guess the enthusiasts will like that, but if I was a shareholder, I'd be pretty irate. Be like, what do you mean you're not upcharging these folks for including extra crap onto this vehicle? It's like every other company does it. It is a differential. I guess you are differentiating yourself from the crowd. This is a Toyota TRD Banana Falcon off-roader. It'd be, 10, 20, 30 grand more, whatever. And you would have, a lot of the similar accessories being bolted on there. So I'm actually astonished they're not charging more for this because the whole purpose of it is to bolster profits. But we'll see how many of these actually sell. I mean, this is supposed to be an outdoorsy truck. But again, also, if you're going outdoors and you're doing all these things, you deplete the battery to nothing, which is why, people who actually off-road, you'll see them bolt on extra canisters of gasoline, or if you're British, petrol, onto the side of their vehicle. And that way, when they run out, they can refill. Because, again, if you're camping or going off-roading in the middle of nowhere, there's not infrastructure. That's half the fun, is being secluded out in the middle of nowhere, absorbing nature. And I don't think the electric crowd realizes this, or the manufacturers realize this. Not a lot of charging stations in the middle of a desert, I wouldn't think. But, yeah, let me know if you think this is a good business idea. We'll see how many of these units they actually sell. I mean, they're making headlines. That's something. But let's just say a little suspicious, to say the least. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.